The Democratic Socialist candidate running for mayor of New York City appears to be surging, according to tallies of early and election day voting in the city. The race is being closely watched, not just inside New York City, but around the country, as different factions of the Democratic Party fight for control. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was once the clear frontrunner, but he's facing a fierce challenge from State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, who describes himself as a Democratic Socialist. Joining us with the latest, Michael Pruser, Director of Data Science here at Decision Desk HQ. Michael, everyone is watching these early and election day numbers that are coming in New York City. What do they tell us about where in the city turnout is high and which candidate that could benefit?
Yeah, right now the early voting is certainly something that Mamdani is enjoying. His base is largely located in Brooklyn and the downtown Manhattan area. Both of those places have very high turnout early on. Queens, Bronx, Staten Island, not so much. So in terms of the early turnout perception, Mamdani has to love where he is. He came into this race as a severe underdog at the start, has been able to kind of coalesce all of the support from non-Cuomo candidates. And he's got a really good shot. It's a toss-up race the way we see it.
What has the latest polling been telling us about the state of the race?
Yeah, so 3-4 months ago when Cuomo entered this race, it was kind of just a coronation. He was polling in 50-60% range, and there was really no second place candidate coming in even at 10%. But as time has gone on, Mamdani has been able to coalesce support, and leading up to just yesterday, we saw a couple of polls where the race was really tight, and even one Emerson poll where Mamdani had a 4-point edge in the final RCV calculation. So, if you were polling this a few months ago, there was no question as to who the winner was going to be. But polling lately has really shown a tightening race, and again, it's a toss-up the way we see it.
Yeah, so Mamdani, it would seem, has the momentum. He's certainly all over my social media feed. He's getting all these celebrity endorsements, but that doesn't always translate on election day. Could Mamdani's rise actually be overhyped?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the difference between the hard data, which is polling, early voting turnout, and then, the feels and the emotions that you get from what social media can give you. That's not to say that social media isn't a critical estimator in terms of who's going to win a race. But more often than not, it's polling and turnout and persuasion from what you see from polling that determines the winners. Social media can really distort what reality is. And, the saying always goes, Twitter is not real life. That's also true in a New York City primary. Mamdani has a lot of things going for him. He certainly has the enthusiasm. He has the early voting. He's tightened the polling. But Cuomo was given such a large lead for the last few months. Mamdani has quite the distance still to make up. I don't know if he's going to get all the way there. There's also the question of what RCV does after we get first round results tonight. How voters have chosen their 5 ranked choices is really going to determine who wins this race. And we probably won't have a winner for at least a week until New York runs its RCV calculations.
Why is this race being so closely followed even outside New York City? What will the results tell us about, the direction of the Democratic Party?
Yeah, there's a lot of angst in the Democratic Party right now. No true leader in a sense of whether the moderate side of the party is in control or the progressive left side of the party. There's also a bit of not much going on in terms of elections for the next 5 months. And so a lot of the focus has been around this one. It's also, New York is the largest city in America, so it has great importance in terms of the direction that the party goes. A Mamdani win clears only one hurdle, though. There's still an election in November that he would have to win. And you would imagine that the more moderate part of the party would coalesce around somebody else in terms of providing an option to not vote Mamdani in November. So while a Cuomo win today probably certifies him as the winner in November, Mamdani has a second hurdle to clear, and it's not certain quite yet whether or not he can clear both hurdles.
A story we will continue to follow. But for now, we'll leave it at that. Michael, thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it, Drew. Thank you.